We're back again, folks, with another card control. I just can't get enough of them. I'm obsessed with card controls, okay? So, what are you gonna do? You probably are too. In this video, I'm going to teach you a move by Troy Hooser that he calls Slipstream. I'm going to teach you a way to do it that's a little bit different, and maybe a trick or two, and a different sort of handling of it that goes to the table rather than just in the hands. And I think you'll really like it, so let's get right into it. So before I show you guys this move, I want to let you know that I made a second YouTube channel, and it's a channel where I just talk about cool things from books. I talk about books, I do book reviews, I do a series on the best tricks from a certain book. It's all about books, it's celebrating the life of magic books, and it's no tutorials, it's mainly performances and me talking about books, and just something I'm very passionate about. And if you want to subscribe, that would be very helpful, and it would mean the world to me if you would do that so we can get this thing up and running. I'll leave a link in the description of this video. If you just go to that link, subscribe, watch it, and like it, and comment on it, and do all the things that you guys do for me on this channel, I would greatly appreciate it, and it's going to be an awesome time. That does not mean, however, I'm going to stop doing tutorials on this channel, because I definitely am going to still keep doing these videos here. I love you guys. Thank you. Alright, so I'll show you what this move looks like, and after I do that, I'll teach you exactly how it is done. Alright, so somebody can just point to a card in the deck, maybe that one right there, the Jack of Diamonds. Now, the Jack of Diamonds, I'd say it's around, I don't know, 26, 27 cards down, wouldn't you say? But watch, one little move like this, we push it in very fairly, one little snap like that, and that jack jumps to the top of the deck like this. I'll do it one more time. It goes in the middle. I'd say that's around, I don't know, at least 32 cards down this time, but watch, that same move can be done like this to get it back on top, that Jack of Diamonds. Okay, so this move relies heavily on a move I've taught previously called the Convincing Control, and I'll leave a link in the first pinned comment so you can catch up on learn how to do that move that is required for this move here. So what's going to happen is this. You do that old move, the Convincing Control move, like this, so you're here, but in this case you don't call it to the bottom like you normally do. Instead, you're going to transfer it to the top, or in this case, second from the top. And here's how you do that. So like I said, normally with that Convincing Control, you would let it ride to the bottom like this by closing the deck up, and it just rises to the bottom. But in this case, you're going to sort of do a gesture move to get a second from top. And all it is basically, if you can imagine a side steal in a spread, okay? So, or a covered side steal. So what's going to happen is it's almost like a milk shuffle, or like a slip shuffle in a sense. You want to just grab this top card with your thumb, at the same time taking away that card that's been cold. So here's an exposed view of what's happening. You take away the top card and that cold card at the same time, so it looks like in a fast motion you're just pushing over cards, boom boom boom. That's about 26 cards down, wouldn't you say, like this. So you're just simulating a gesture move like that. So this is without the move. Let's say they pick the 3 of spades. I guess that's around, I don't know, 28 cards down. I don't know, something like that. So that's what you want to simulate as what's happening. But what's really happening is, like we said, doing that switch. And I'll switch to a clear deck so you can see exactly what's happening through the cards. So watch, when you do this, all you're doing is simply taking this card that's been switched out for that card. It just goes underneath like that. You saw it go under there. Now at this point, you continue spreading like this. I'd say that's about 26, 27 cards down as you take both the top card and that cold card at the same time, just like this. That's about boom, 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 26, 27 cards down. Now, as soon as you do that move, when you're in this position, you just want to keep going. Don't pause. You're like, and just do it immediately. Keep putting cards underneath as you sort of gestures and estimate about where the card is, right? A good touch on this move to shade it is to actually, like I said in that Convincing Control video, is to pull it back toward yourself like this, all right? So you can see that being pulled back. Now, here, you're going to simply, when you do this, you want to really pull those fingers back so it's almost like, like a fan that you're holding with the two cards here, so that controlled card is being pushed back as you do this in a sloppy manner like this. And if you did it regularly like this, they might see the card come out. You know what I mean? So let me give you an example of what that might look like if you would flash. So you do the switch, and they might see a card coming out, and you don't want them to see that. So a good way to hide that is, like I said, pull it back with your fingers as you pull these out like this. And the whole thing is meant to be done like it's not a move, it's just a casual thing that you're doing, right? Just like this. You want them to be convinced, no pun intended, that it's really in the middle and you're just doing this so like it's almost a proving type of thing, or doing it for yourself so you can estimate about where it is. Here's another tip for you on this move. So what helps me doing this move is when you're here and you're doing it, you want to almost close up the deck like you see here, and basically just clamp down the whole deck with these fingers here. Or basically you're just holding the deck with your thumb on top and your index finger underneath, and that really is applying upward pressure down here and your thumb downward pressure on top to really hold these in place. That way this just these two cards can slide out smoothly without any other cards moving around. So here's that in action for you one more time. So you're here. Now watch how I almost close up the deck, and I'm just holding tightly with my fingers up here and my thumb on top. That way, these two cards alone can just slide out very easily for the move. So we're here, your card can be 26, blah, 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 down, whatever. And you just want to really get smooth and consistent, and so it flows with that gesturing action. What tends to happen and what might give you problems if you don't do that clamping down technique is you might run into situations where more cards might come off the top, like a group of cards or something like this. So that clamping down really helps just stabilize all the cards in place, so only these two cards can come out. If you don't want it to go second from the top, here's a nice way to further emphasize that the card is really mixed up somewhere and get it on the very top if you want to do that. So here's how I do it. This is my own contribution to this handling, and it looks like this. So you do the move normally like this, the 5 of hearts, boom, it's somewhere, I don't know, 26, 27 cards down. In fact, we'll push that all the way in like this, and give these a mix here, and really mix these in so your card can be anywhere, but really it's on top. So what's happening here is the same exact move, all right, the same exact slipstream move, the 9 of clubs, you do the switch, and you do remember the clamp down move, that's very important. The pull back move, also important as you gesture like this. Now that's second from top. Now when you get close to the card, you want to push that in like this, and then use these cards, sort of like go into overhand shuffle position, and give them a tap and square them up. Now, since it's second from top, just run one card via the overhand shuffle, and then a group of cards. So now it's right here, and then finish by just meshing these into the middle, which really looks convincing, right? And so now it's on top. I'll leave it face up so we can follow along better. So we do the move, I'll leave that face up at 3 of hearts. They see their card, we do this move like this. As soon as you get a few cards away, push that in, square these up, tap it like this, and we can further mix up the card, boom, do a group, and then just mix these in, and look how convincing that is. And that's a nice way to get it on top of the deck. If you don't want to do that mixing procedure, here's another way you can subtly have it on top as well. All right, so once again, we do the move, 7 of spades, that's about somewhere in the middle, but watch, we know it's not on top or bottom, we know it's somewhere in the middle, and just throw that guy in there as you do that display, now it's on top. Or if you just want to use it as a sort of a multi-phase ACR, ambitious card routine, you can just do what I did in that performance and just do a double lift. So the Queen of Clubs here, blah, 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 somewhere in the middle, close up, and just do your double lift, all right? So boom, it's right there. Now just put it back in the middle and pretend like you do the move again, blah, 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 and just don't do the move, just simply simulate what you just did by spreading over cards. Well, that's about a little deeper this time. I'd say 32 cards down, boom, push it in. Now it's on top. But you really want to mimic the first way you did that double turnover for the single card. That way everything looks the same and in unity. So here's a little bit of a variation on this move that does different things, and I call it jet stream. Okay, so a card can be touched. We'll go with the 5 of clubs this time, and now what I'm going to do is start throwing down cards. And before I get to your card, just say stop. Stop right there. Push it in your card all the way and give it a mix so nobody knows where it is. So they do that, and what we're going to do here is I'm going to invisibly take out your card and throw it into these cards here that you said stop on. Just like this. Now, where do you want it to go? Where do you think I just threw that card in here invisibly? To number 11? We'll take a look. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That is your card, the 5 of clubs. So what's happening here is something quite different, although it's the same move, okay? So what happens here, you do the move like we just talked about, the king of spades. And now, instead of just keeping these on top of the deck, remember it's right here, and doing this, what you're going to do instead is throw them on the table so their card ends up on the table first, on the bottom of the packet. So watch again. So here we are with this move, the jack of clubs. So we do this move. As you do that, look, now it's going to be the first card on the table as you throw cards down. Just do the first 2 like this. So keep doing that. So as I drop cards, just say stop before I get to your card. And when they do, they'll push it in. Well, that's very convincing, and they can shuffle them. Now you can do whatever you want to do, like a packet-to-packet trick, because you know that their card is now on the bottom of this packet. So really, you could do anything you want to do at this point, you know what I mean? You could do really anything that you so desire because you've already done the move and they think it's in here somewhere, but really it's controlled at the bottom of this packet. And what I did there, sort of like an any card, any number, using Ed Marlowe's Open Hockley move, which looks like this. You draw cards off. We'll just do 7 in this case. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, like this, and there's the card. So what I'm doing there is, like I said, it's Open Hockley by Ed Marlowe. You're getting a ton of value in this video, by the way. Let me just be honest with you. So it's on the bottom. And what you're doing is kind of like a biddle position bottom deal in a way, okay? So you're like this, pulling off cards. When you get to their number, you simply pull it off with your fingers from the bottom like this. Now, the selling point and what makes this convincing is the fact that you're drawing your thumb across the top as if it's coming from the top. All right, so that thumb dragging across the top is very important as you actually draw it from the bottom with your fingers like this. Right, just like that. So in full view or in full speed, jack clip on the bottom, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and it looks like it just came from where it came from. All right, so that's that. And use your imagination, because there's lots of things you can do with these 2 variations I just taught you, and I hope that you get a lot out of it, and I hope you have fun with it. Alright guys, so as always, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to watch this video. It truly does mean the world to me. And so if you learned something new and if you got value from this video, do me a huge favor and hit that like button and sub to the channel. Until next time, happy practicing. I love you guys.